Now, there must be something about Sean Williams that makes men dance. Before Chris Hollins even dreamt of a chassé, Bill Turnbull had put on his Strictly Dancing shoes for Series 3.
I think he's cute.
I thought the opening of that whole routine was absolutely repulsive.
Was Godzilla tonight. Stomp!
Oh, yes.
I'll grab her!
Oh,
I'll grab her!
And he did grab her. We saw where he grabbed her.
This man deserves a medal for producing work above and beyond the Call of Duty.
There was no true passion. It's all very well just putting it on.
I can't
true,
go. It's entirely wrong.
deep passion.
No passion. Did you see the beginning of the dance? Did you see it? Craig, you look great tonight. I'm glad your head's met a hairbrush.
The rumba is about an understated teasing.
You're just jealous because you wish you could have been out here with me instead.
I'm really proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
Please welcome Bill Turnbull and Sean Williams. I love the fact that Sean is just being around you. Suddenly men tap their toes and go off.
They feel the urge.
Yes. To dance. It's lovely.
Let's talk about the whole series, and then, of course, we'll talk about your boy. Yeah. But first up, because I love the fact that you're such fans.
Huge.
Huge fans.
Huge.
And you still, Bill, when you hear the music, do you think, oh, I remember that fear? Or are you now, you're all right with it?
Bit of both. But I've had some therapy, so it's all right. But there's that guitar, you know, the guitar goes down, 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 that. And the doo-doo.
I love that. A small bluebird.
No, you never forget that bit.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that BBC Breakfast is almost like its own little Strictly, because you talk about it.
Yes. Relentlessly.
Relentlessly.
Yeah.
How excited are you when Chris comes in on a Monday to get all the Saturday information?
As long as he's got through, we're very excited.
You're very excited. At the very beginning, well, I didn't think he was going to sort of maybe get this far.
Yeah.
So all he had to do was go da 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 da, and he would just he would freeze and go really white. It was a horrible thing to do, but he was nervous.
I said from the get-go that he was going to make the last four. I did. Just not to Sean. I said it to everybody else. Apparently, I didn't say it to Sean. Everybody else, and Chris will tell you this. I said from the get-go he could make the last four if he got into his groove. I did say that.
Did you? 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day I sit with him.
Yeah.
You asked the cleaning lady.
And he didn't mention it. I'll ask
you asked the cleaning lady.
Let's talk about your standout moments. What's been your standout moment?
Well, I'm afraid for the worst of reasons, Tuffer's exit. I was shocked and dismayed. I certainly was, because I thought I was pleasantly surprised by Phil because he scrubbed up very nicely, actually. Those grey suits were fantastic.
Lovely.
He was relaxed, he was demure, he was stylish even. He was way the better dancer of those two, of him and Ricky Groves, and yet on the dance-off they said, oh, he made a mistake. Nonsense.
But they've got, look, I remember those rolling eyes. Every time somebody mentioned anything that rhymed with Judge, look, do the face? Yeah, like that. But it was a big shock. Strictly often has it. And also Zoe leaving, that was a big shock.
Oh, yes, that was huge. I thought she would really stay the distance, definitely.
We still miss her. Sean, what's been your favourite moment?
Well, you see, this is going to sound really dull because it's Disney Princess and it's Ali and Brian and it's Viennese Waltz and Blackpool, and it was just lovely. It was just so gorgeous and swishy and perfect.
That wasn't the Viennese Waltz where they bumped into everybody else on the dance floor and
dance.
still got a 10.
That was the group.
Oh!
He is so prickly today.
Don't be mean.
I think he misses it.
It's the wrong end of the day. We've been up for about 16 hours.
I know, but you both look gorgeous. Let's talk about the other couples. Let's talk about Ricky Whittle. Do you love his chances? What did you think of him on Saturday? He did the rock and roll.
The face is only because when he started, he was he's going to get to the final. Yeah. Absolutely, he was brilliant from the very off.
Yeah.
And I think maybe he works full time. He's like Chris.
He's like Chris.
You know,
it's very
he works
hard.
full time. He's trying to put in 8 hours training, and I think he's finding it really difficult towards the end. And there are 2 dances this weekend.
But I think he's also got maybe a concentration issue, which some dancers have in terms of there's always the mistake. There's the weekly mistake. Very easily done, as I remember, only too well. And he's got to get over that. If you can get over that, he'll be all right. But you can't keep making mistakes, especially at this level of competition.
Let's talk about Latin dances, because specifically Layla and Anton, because Layla does better in the ballroom.
Well,
and
surprise.
I know, well, quite. And with Anton. But you found the Latin. You didn't love the Latin, did you?
I did. I loved the Latin. I was just rubbish at it. That was the thing. No, it's true. I mean, the cha-cha-cha, my first dance, was my best one, and thereafter it was downhill with pretty much everything. And the rumba, I know, was a disaster.
No, disaster.
But I forgot half of it.
Okay.
That was the trouble. I did love doing those things. Oh, and the tango. I looked back at my tango recently. I was embarrassed.
Did you?
No.
Remember it? Did you?
I did. I had to look because I was writing about it, and I was embarrassed. It was awful.
Stop. And finally, your boy. Let's just talk. Let's just revel.
Can we?
Yes. Let's just go on, cuddle ourselves
We
with
do.
Chris.
We want to give him a big hug.
Yeah.
Do you?
We're so
So proud.
We're so proud.
Really, we're like parents.
Yes,
our
we
little
are.
boy.
He's our boy.
Oh, you do? You just
he really
clap
is.
when you
He's
say.
going to love us for saying
What did
that.
you think of his Charleston? Did you think that was his highlight so far?
Fantastic. I just wanted to. I was at home, wanted to stand up and clap at home.
Yeah.
You know, really.
He was great.
He was
It
brilliant.
Great.
Brilliant.
It was pity his was the first dance because that, you know, you're sort of kind of
I
cold
know.
going out there. But there's been this great controversy. I know one or two people saying it should have been a 10. Shouldn't have been a 10.
Shouldn't have been a 10. Maybe
He was
just more
brilliant.
nines. That's all I was saying.
He was brilliant. More nines,
Okay.
absolutely, but not a
All
10
right.
because he was landing for me a little bit heavily on his feet.
Okay.
Yeah, great judge that I am.
No, we've loved your comments, guys. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming in.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Sean and Bill.